Hi there guys, welcome to another Reading the Bible cover to cover. It is day 46. We're going through Numbers 13, 17 to 15, 21. It's quite a packed passage today. We have the reports of the spies from the land that God promised the people, of course the people's reaction, and then God's reaction to the people's reaction, and it's all good fun. So my first point was in 13:30. The faithful are rewarded. This is a great example of that. But Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up once and occupy it, for we are well able to overcome it." And as we know, Joshua and Caleb are the only ones that actually, of their generation, that actually get to see the promised land. So, my next point in 14:2. This was more of a personal point. Another example of the people constantly looking back, and all of the people of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The whole congregation said to them, that we had died in the land of Egypt, or that we had died in the wilderness, and blah, 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 blah. So once again, they're always looking back. I don't know how many times they've done this over ages. It's just like, which sometimes is frequent in our own lives. 14:10. Then all the congregation said to stone them with stones, but the glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting to all the people of Israel. Another example of the Lord's presence appearing once again. 14:18. The Lord is slow to anger, abounding in steadfast love, forgiving iniquity and transgression, by whom by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children to the third and fourth generation. This is of course a reference to Exodus 34:6, where Moses receives the tablets for the second time, I believe. 14:35. Like I said, it's a jam-packed passage. I, the Lord, have spoken. God appealing to his own authority. Sola Scriptura, baby. 14:36. God forgives the sin, but sin has still consequences. We find that plagues is a frequent example of a response to unfaithfulness within a people. And then my final point was a little bit of a more of an evangelistic point. But the cities were heavily fortified. That was correct in terms of the spies scouting out, but the claims of the spies still seem to be highly exaggerated, which brings forth its own judgment. Therefore, it seems that combined with a lack of faithlessness, paired with the exaggeration, seems to be for great rebuke. Now, this leads me to believe that exaggeration is also highly unseemly in God's sight. Of course, as well, faithlessness, but more of a point for evangelism when we're talking about have you ever told a lie before. Exaggeration seems to be included in that. White lies people often use as a defense. Oh, I was doing it for their own good and stuff like that. We all know that was from a place of unrighteousness, but exaggeration, one could point to this passage as an example of exaggeration not being seemly in God's sight. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.